Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Satsuki Shioyama from GSAIS. Today, I'd like to talk about the role and expectation of work experience education, as I named, from the perspective of women's empowerment in India. First, I will show the definition of work experience education. That is a subject which aims to socioeconomic and self-improvement through practical activity, not just taking a lecture like this. And it is including mental, skill, and knowledge education. According to the National Curriculum Framework, this pedagogy is expected to facilitate disciplinary knowledge, development of values, and the formation of multiple skills that are relevant for facing the complex challenges of globalized economy. This is an educational process that calls for the application of practical pedagogy for linking the experience of productive and other form of work with the global knowledge. I will show the case study of this education later. I put some pictures of my fieldwork last 2 years on the first page of each section slides. According to the SDGs, gender equality and women's empowerment should be promoted. First of all, I would like to define important keywords in this presentation. This is the 3 components of the women's empowerment. Necessary chance, first, necessary chance and access of resources and job opportunities. Second, the right of decision-making and activity in society. And third, women's self-esteem and confidence. Women who have 3 of these components are in the state of empowering. I think gender study is transdisciplinary study because various factors should be examined. Therefore, interdisciplinary study of education in India is needed because India is one of the multicultural nations. Next, I'm going to talk about background. The government of India launched Skilled India campaign in 2015. It is a policy which aims for promoting youth, employment, and human development. With the globalization and competition in the international market, connection between market and education should be promoted. And so to support such kind of industrialization in India, the role of work-centered education are important. In addition to that, according to JILPT, an unemployment rate of women is 14.8%, but men are 5.9%. So here is a huge gap, although now government of India is trying to promote vocational training. So regardless of the severe situation for women, they have had more aspiration and are ready for contribution to economy. So it means there are certain amount of women who potentially became empowered. How about women's and girls' education in India? So I examined. Now education policy of it is increasing, but there are a lack of teaching materials and facilities. So in the previous studies, importance of realizing women's empowerment was mentioned a lot. Saho said women's education access is nowadays is achieving. However, the material of it and teaching method are really poor one. Another previous study explained work experience education, but that perspective is the like ideas and ideas. So so I examined another, and in addition to that, teaching method of work experience was studied a lot. Therefore, I examined the background of work experience education through the policy and how it works in the school. And furthermore, I examined how this education, which is related to work, was expected to support women's empowerment. The aim of this work is to generalize work and vocational education in developing countries and to realize the role of this subject from perspective of women. The purpose of it is to realize an expectation for role of this subject. Thus, I interviewed for teachers and gave questionnaire survey for students and how they think this education. Now I'm going to talk about my survey result. Here is basic data in Maharashtra state that I went. I chose this state where it said work experience education was enthusiastically learned. In India, primary school students and secondary school students study totally 10 years, blue one and yellow one totally. And after that, higher secondary school students study for 2 years. And after graduate, college students study for 3 years. But it is a tricky point though. India adopts federal system. So the educational system is different from each states. And Maharashtra states provide 6-year primary school and 4-year secondary schools. And I conducted 9th and 10th graders, so colored yellow one. And accordance to the syllabus in Maharashtra. In the work experience education class, each school can choose subject from syllabus. Like this. This is one of some of the examples. And this table shows the result of a school survey. I went 6 schools, including 3 co-educated and 3 girls' high school, and 1 private and 5 government-aided school. And generally, students who are going to private school is richer than students who are going to government-aided school. In other words, public schools. Later, I will show the result of analyzing questionnaire survey for B, C, D, E, F. It means I focused on students who are not in better economic condition than private school. Next, I would like to talk about what they learn in their school. In school A, students may dress some daily use goods like these. And once in a year, they sell their production to communicate with local people. And this is an education to create what is useful in daily life and to interact with local people. And next, school BCDE, government-aided school, provided vocational training. The purpose of this subject is to acquire practical skills and knowledge which are useful in their future life. Since students who are going to this school are from poor family, so I asked teachers about their children. How do they overcome social gap? And teacher answered, to eliminate social gap, to get skills and to become an engineer and to earn much salary. So it will be redressed. School F provided environmental education as work experience education. The purpose of it is to realize the importance of eco-friendly society. And they learn decoration ornament, bag, kitchen tools like this, and which are from waste. And I would like to know, finally, I would like to know their motivation for study and expectation of work. So I asked some question of work experience education to students. In this class, what is the aim for the subject? This graph clearly shows that to get the skills and knowledge are high. Many students selected. However, to develop self-esteem, one of the women's empowerment was not selected a lot. So next, I compared two graphs, male and female group, who selected or unselected. The answer of unselected, the answer of the purpose of this subject. And I would like to know the tendency of selection for each gender. This result shows that male students think they learn it to get knowledge and skill. I guess that male students want to be ready for labor market with a skilled person. And next, I chose female students who went to B, C, D, E, F, government-aided school to conclude education for female students. This analyzing made it clear to know how female students think, and students means who are under different conditions like girls and co-educated schools. And the result shows that female students tend to think the aim for this subject as acquiring knowledge and skills. I suppose these female students from poor family are aware their disadvantageous situation, so that they try to get out of it with skills and knowledge, or they're influenced with circumstance that motivated girl for empowering. Now we move on to discussion part. I'm going to talk about 2 points of my argument. Firstly, both teachers and students had expectations for teaching and acquiring disciplinary knowledge and multi-skills through this education. However, in detail, male student recognizes different different from female students. As the result shows, the teachers describe acquiring skills and high salary work would lead to overcome the economic gap and discrimination. Based on this idea, male students who selected acquiring skill for their aim of the subject had a relatively same idea with the teachers more than female students. Second, based on a teacher's idea, as I said, students in girls' high school who selected acquiring skill for their aim was the relatively same idea. That is the two conclusion. And so lastly, I'd like to say that, sorry, I couldn't finish my presentation, that for enhancing women's workforce participation, the curriculum should lead females, especially co-educational schools, to have career-related motivation for learning. And this education should keep girls' motivation for their study and future goal with environment, promoting women's empowerment. Thank you for your listening.
Thank you.